Welcome into Scoops with Danny Mac on Fox 2. I'm Dan McLaughlin. Well, it's hard to believe, but the Major League Baseball season is past the halfway point of the regular season. And the All-Star break, it is here. The Cardinals will resume play next weekend in Cincinnati. Tonight on the show, my guest will be Matt Holliday. And it's been a busy weekend for the Holliday family. Matt and his wife, Leslie, were at the ballpark and the featured speakers at Family Day. And tonight was the MLB draft in which their son was a top pick. Also, next month, Matt will be inducted into the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame. So we're going to get into his playing career, winning the 2011 World Series, and the impact that he made off the field, which is still going strong today with the Homers for Health program right here in St. Louis, which he started. Now, speaking of the 2011 World Series, there's a great night coming up at the ballpark. I hope you want to take part in it with 2011 World Series MVP David Freese. It is the Cardinals Speaker Series with David, and that includes a reception on the warning track at Busch Stadium, a 2011 World Series exhibit put together by the Cardinals Museum, a Q&A with David, and all guests will take home a David Freese signed photo. It really is cool. Check it out at cardinals.com/speaker series. Okay, before we start with Matt Holliday, as I mentioned, the first half is in the books. So let's take a look at the top plays of the first half for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Welcome back to Busch Stadium. And welcome back to opening day. Welcome back to St. Louis in a Cardinals uniform where he belongs, Albert Pujols.
What a special afternoon this will be. It is opening day at Busch Stadium.
Batting fifth, number 5, designated hitter Albert Pujols.
Arenado at the wall, gone! Nolan goes deep. In the air, out to deep left, it is gone! Welcome back, Albert! It's like you never left. Number 680, and he does it back in St. Louis. Line, and oh, what a play. Tommy Edman, and they turn two. Incredible play, Tommy Edman.
The pitch, ground ball left side. Donovan to his left. He has it and throws out Wade for a Redbird winner.
And Bader hits it out to deep left center. And it's off the wall. It scoots away. Bader racing to third. He's going to score. Sliding in head first. Inside the park home run. Goldschmidt base hit. The hitting streak continues. Historic double for Paul Goldschmidt. 23rd extra base hit here in the month of May. Deep right, it's his first in the big leagues. Brendan Donovan.
The first time Yadier Molina is on a major league mound.
Against the shift, the throw by Newbar, a strike to the plate. Oh, he got him. It's an outfield assist with the game on the line. Goldschmidt hits it out to left, and this will do it. And he does it in grand style. A walk-off grand slam. Gets the bunt down. Arenado jump. Oh, and a throw and an out. What a play. Edman with a drive out to deep right. It is gone. And they win it off the bat of Tommy Edman. And Juan hits it a ton. Out to deep left. The man is red hot. Swing and a miss. Cardinals win it.
Some great moments already this year. Should be a fun second half for St. Louis. And it should be a lot of fun to visit with Matt Holliday. That's next on Scoops with Danny Mac here on Fox 2. Scoops with Danny Mac on Fox 2 is brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert, Schnucks, Rottler Pest Control, Stratum Structural Systems, and Hair Saloon for Men. Welcome back to the show on Fox 2. This is Scoops with Danny Mac. I'm Dan McLaughlin. And let's bring in the future Cardinals Hall of Famer, Matt Holliday. And first of all, Matt, it's awesome to see you. I know this is a very busy time of year for you and your family. The Cardinals Hall of Fame is right around the corner, so are you ready to go with your speech?
Well, I'm not all that excited about the speech, Dan. As you know me, I could do an interview all day, but speeches I'm a little bit nervous about. So as I get closer, that part I'm not crazy about, but I think I'll just speak from the heart about my time in St. Louis, the things that are important to me, Cardinal Glennon, my family, my teammates, coaches. So I think when you talk about speeches, I get a little bit uneasy in my belly, but it is an exciting time for us as a family. The Hall of Fame induction and the time we got a couple events coming up in St. Louis that we're really excited about. So I'm always excited to get back to St. Louis, see some former teammates and friends and people like you, and just kind of enjoy that. This next month is going to be a lot of travel, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys are so busy. Have you started writing the speech or thought about what you might say on that very special day?
Yeah, I've started thinking about it. I think that I've got an idea of how I want it to kind of flow. I don't obviously want it to be too long. I don't want people bored. I don't know. I've heard that this could be outside, which there's a chance it could be very, very hot in St. Louis in August. So I've started to think about it. I haven't put any words on paper just yet, but I've begun to kind of get it going in my mind.
It should be great. So when you reflect back on your career, and I'm sure you've been thinking about it, what are the moments that you think about, and what really comes to mind for you as you get ready for that speech and that very special day?
Well, I think chronologically, when you look at it, obviously my first home game, well, I think the first game I got to play as a Cardinal and put that uniform on and mix match my shoes and my glove and my bat, my batting gloves. I didn't have any of my stuff. So I had Todd Wellemeyer's cleats on. I had Albert's bat. I had, I can't remember all the different pieces of gear that I had. But that obviously is something that comes to mind. The first home game, the first hit as a Cardinal, the Stan Musial signed ball in my locker. And then, as you go through it, obviously winning a championship, getting a chance to represent the Cardinals in all-star games, the Cardinal Glennon, obviously the foundation with Homers for Health. I mean, really, when you talk about 7.5 of my years in St. Louis, of really some of my favorite memories in life. We had, a couple of our kids there, our family time together, and then obviously at the end, the moment of hitting a home run. And there's many, many more that don't really, I think if I sat down and wrote them all out, it'd be a long list, but those are the ones that come to mind.
You're jogging my memory with all those different moments as well. And Matt, you mentioned Homers for Health. I want you to take a look at this, and let's look back at the incredible impact that you've made and your family with Homers for Health for so many kids and their families.
The Cardinals have been really great. I mean, you can tell that they genuinely care. They've made a real effort to meet the kids. It's just not the name and the face. They're actually involved.
Donations come from everywhere. It's such a great place that, no matter where we are, we still try to help the hospital.
These children come to the hospital and you're treating everything. You're treating their spirit, you're treating their illness, and you're watching them smile and laugh. I mean, that's what's so wonderful about Cardinal Glennon. It is a family, it is a community. And Homers for Health fits right in with the Cardinal Glennon mission.
Oh, Matt. Can you shake his hand?
I think the one thing that we'd like to say is that we hope that you guys would continue to support it.
I think it's because of Matt Holliday. He is the one guy that's been out there, and not only does he put his money out there and his time, but he would stop by the hospital at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. after a game just to see a particular child that was there that he had made buddies with, okay? And to see the light in those kids' eyes when he would walk in, and he took it to heart.
To thank Matt and Leslie for all they have done over the past 5 years for our hospital, it is my honor to announce that we have dedicated a wing of the 4th floor inpatient cancer center unit to be named the Matt and Leslie Holliday Wing.
When we watch the Cardinal game and they hit that home run, have that strikeout, it's like we do a little dance over here because we're so excited because it's making advances towards health for our kids, and that's the most important thing. We're in it for Maggie, we're in it for all these other kids, that if we can help in one little bit of a way to ease their pain and to help them get through, then that's what we do.
Man, I love seeing that video. So that's the impact that you and Leslie have made with Homers for Health. Did that make the impact that you thought it might, and certainly that impact is still being felt today?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you think about a foundation and impact and what you can do to make sure that it continues on, I think that our goal all along was for that foundation to not be about us, and for that to be about kids and Cardinal Glennon and the Cardinals organization, and to keep passing it down, for that to be sustainable when my time with the Cardinals was up. And so we feel like that we did a pretty good job of achieving that and the impact. And once you got fans involved and players, and you start talking about the impact you have on sick and injured kids and families, it's really taken on a life of its own, and we're really proud of it. We're proud of it as a family, and the relationships obviously are our favorite part of that. We still are very close and in contact with a lot of the families that we met when that sort of program was in the infancy stages of coming alive. So it's something that's given more to us than we gave to it, and we're pretty proud of it.
Well, you should be. Hey, Matt, stay right there. More with Matt Holliday, the future Cardinals Hall of Famer, is coming up. Scoops with Danny Mac here on Fox 2. Scoops with Danny Mac on Fox 2 is brought to you by Lordo's Diamonds, On the Run, STLTaxLawyer.com, Triad Bank, and Lou Fuse. Welcome back to the show on Fox 2. My guest is Matt Holliday. He's headed to the Cardinals Hall of Fame. Matt, when you think about the relationships you have forged in St. Louis, let's say with Matt Carpenter, Albert, Yadi, Waino, these guys are still playing. For you, it has to be pretty cool to see.
Well, Dan, I'm a little jealous, to be honest with you. I always looked at them and sort of, I looked at myself as a similar age to them. I guess I am a little bit older than them, even Yadi and Waino. I'd love to still be playing if, things were a little bit different. But I've also enjoyed, obviously, being around my family more and getting a chance to be around my boys. But I'm really proud of them. I love them. I love watching them still. I love that they're still playing. I guess it makes me feel still somewhat young that I have teammates and close friends that are still doing it. I guess you really know you're old when none of your former teammates are ever, are playing anymore. That's when I think I'll really probably feel a little bit older. But part of me feels like I'm still out there just because of how close I am with them.
So what's next for you? Once you get your kids off to college or pro baseball, what's next for you? Because I know baseball is in your blood. So what's the next step for Matt Holliday?
It's interesting. Leslie and I talk about this a lot. There's a lot of things that I love, Dan, that I think I could do well, and I think I would enjoy. So it's kind of hard. Like I don't know exactly what exactly I want to do next. I like what I'm doing now just because it allows for some flexibility from a timing standpoint. I really would like to get involved back in the major league side of things at some level. I'm not sure what that looks like just yet. Whether I get a chance to do some things with you in the booth or be down in the dugout with Ollie and the boys. I think I have a lot to offer. I think I can help, which is the greatest thing that I like to do is just help other people and see their sort of what their success and watch them achieve what they want to achieve. If you get to play even a small part in that, it's satisfying and it's fun. I watch Ollie and Skip in the dugout, and I love to kind of pretend I know what they're saying just because I know them so well, and they're such close friends. So I watch from afar, Dan, but I feel like I'm close.
Yeah, I get that too. So what about your coaching at Oklahoma State? You're doing a lot of coaching. Analytics are a part of the college game now too. Do you think that helps you once you decide if and when you want to get into coaching and all of a sudden you find yourself doing that or managing whatever it may be in a major league dugout?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the analytics in college baseball, and we just hired a guy that's full time and how breaking down numbers and analytics and helping with scouting reports and helping our pitchers understand all those numbers that maybe 10 years ago colleges weren't even thinking about. So I think that the college game is moving in that direction. You don't want, or at least I didn't want too much information in my head where it kind of takes the instincts out of it, where you just need to have that competitive mindset where it's you versus the pitcher, and you're not really worried about how fast his ball spins or what percentage of pitch he throws in this count. I think that there can be too much. I do think that it's been beneficial to learn how to coach different kinds of people and different kinds of personalities. I do think the kids these days are different as far as what they like and don't like and how they like to be talked to, or teaching them to be team-oriented and competitive inside of a team. I think is something that we have to look at every year. Teaching them to be team-first people, I think is something we have to talk to them a lot about. So I think that there's a lot that goes into that, Dan, that's just coaching people and being leader and studying leadership that translates to all ages. So hopefully, what I'm doing today would also help me in anything in the future that I'd like to get involved in, because I do think it does translate, and I think it is helping me.
I know whatever you do, you're going to be great at it. Now, you also do a podcast, and it's awesome. How much fun have you had doing this with Leslie? You're sitting down with guys, finding out about them as people, their faith, family life, those kind of things. So you're finding out more about them than them just being athletes.
I think, Dan, my favorite part is working with Leslie, but also hearing everybody's story. I feel like that when you find out their story and you hear how much adversity and all the things that they've gone through to get to the point they're at, I think it's just really cool to hear their stories. And for people who might be going through difficult times or difficult adversity, and even in sports, that's very much the story of even the greatest athletes in the world. And I think the show's gotten better in general. I think we've gotten better at it. I think we've done over 105 episodes now. So I think it's been fun. I think some people listen, and we've had some feedback that it's impacted maybe what they're going through, which is really kind of the what we wanted to do it for anyways.
It's a fabulous podcast, and I'll wrap it up with this. As you reflect on your career, especially in St. Louis, if I said, Matt, what are you most proud of? What would that be?
I think the relationships, if you threw a broad net on relationships, if you threw if I could just throw it all under that, which I know is broad, when you talk about Cardinal Glennon and you talk about the families, when you talk about my teammates, when you talk about the media members like you, people, I guess, friends that you get a chance to meet and be part of their lives. That's my favorite part. The organization does an amazing job of making that a priority, and I love that probably more than anything. I know that's kind of a big net, but that's what I would say.
Matt, I'm just so happy for you. I'm proud to call you a friend, and it's just awesome to see you go into the Cardinals Hall of Fame. You've done so much for our town, and I can't wait to see that red jacket on you, and thank you for your time, and thank you very much for doing this.
Thanks for having me, Dan. As I've told you before, I consider you a close friend. I think you're the best at what you do, and I'm really looking forward to getting back up and spending some days in St. Louis this summer. And I know it's an exciting time for Jackson, and part of me wishes he was about the 20 or 21st best player in the country. But it's a fun time for our family, and hopefully he can be there for the red jacket. I know it's going to be a busy time for him, but some of my greatest memories are spent with he and Ethan in the batting cage and on the field, and watching them interact with all the people and all the teammates I had.
Means a lot to me, Matt. Thank you so much.
All right, Dan. Thanks, guys.
Matt Holliday, one of the best players in Cardinals history and a better person. And I can't wait to see him go into the Cardinals Hall of Fame. For Matt, I'm Dan McLaughlin, and we'll see you next Sunday here on Fox 2.